What is going on, FA Nation? John FMB here with your MLB DFS Game Day Playbook Preview Show. Today, we're looking at the 4-game main slate over on DraftKings. That's right, DraftKings taking their Thursday slate, splitting it up into 3 different slates. We have an early slate starting at 3 o'clock. We have a 2-gamer at 6:40, and then we have the 4, 7 o'clock and later games. You would have thought usually they would have combined the 6 o'clock games with the 7 o'clock main slate to give us a nice full 6-game slate, but that's not what they did. So we have 4 games here to talk about. It's pretty interesting matchups. We got the Yankees and the Blue Jays. We got the Reds and the Cardinals. We got the Guardians and the Royals and the Tigers and Angels here. Again, with a shorter slate, smaller player pool. This will obviously be a quicker show. With the shorter slate, we're also not going to have a live show today at 5 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure if you have any questions for us regarding your lineups or anything of that nature, get in our Discord, become a member of the Fantasy Alarm family. Go to fantasyalarm.com/win. Use promo code Let's Go. Get your first month for less than $20. There you get access to our Discord and all of our premium content, and we can help you set up for this Thursday 4-game main slate. I appreciate you all tuning in. You want to hit that like, hit that subscribe button. It's a free way to support the work we do here over on Fantasy Alarm. We'll start things off here at the pitcher position. Jack Flaherty in a great matchup here going up against the Los Angeles Angels. We know the Angels offense, certainly not what it is with Mike Trout in the lineup. Obviously, they lost Shohei Ohtani this year, and while they've certainly had some players kind of break out, Luis Rengifo having a good season, Taylor Ward having a good season. Overall, not a great offense here for the Angels, and now they're running up against Jack Flaherty, really having a breakout season here. Flaherty with a K per 9 over 10, really low whip, a career low walks per 9 for him. I guess if he had any complaints, maybe sometimes he doesn't go deep enough into some of these games, not getting 6 innings in each of the last 3 now. Got hurt in one of those starts, came back 73 pitches, 98 pitches against Chicago is certainly encouraging here. And now again, going up against an Angels team, they ranked 25th in WOBA against right-handed pitching. Against right-handed pitching, they ranked 18th on isolated power, and their .230 batting average, good for 24th in baseball. Strikeout rate right in the middle of the pack, 23.2%. But again, they're looking at an elite strikeout pitcher here in Jack Flaherty. No doubt in my mind that Flaherty's going to end up being the chalk play on this slate here. Just given the slate size, the matchup, and his upside. Again, wins in 4 straight games, the ceiling of 35.8 fantasy points against Toronto. You see there 21.5 points and a loss. So some pretty elite numbers here out of Jack Flaherty. Below them, you have Carlos Rodon. Again, and we have a Blue Jays offense that has not lived up to par here this season. The expectations, yes, Vlad Guerrero is really starting to come around here, but still against left-handed pitching, just 26th in WOBA on the year. Isolated power numbers, 29th, only ahead of Miami. That's how bad they are in the power department. Batting average-wise against left-handed pitching, not any better, really, 25th, 223. Where they are elite, however, strikeout rate. They have the second lowest strikeout rate against left-handed pitching, 17.8%, and they have the 4th highest walk rate at 10% against left-handed pitching. So Carlos Rodon here, you got to assume that they're going to see a lot of pitches here if they're not striking out and they're walking a lot. Obviously, he himself coming off a couple of tough outings against Boston and Atlanta, but there's going to be some win equity built into this spot. Knowing the Yankees lineup in this matchup, I could certainly see how poorly they've been against lefties. A lot of people also go to Carlos Rodon. I just worry, again, without the strikeout upside here. If he gives you 3 strikeouts, you better hope that he's shutting them down and not going deep enough into this game to get a win. When you go down a little bit further, you got the Kansas City Royals. You have to deal with Bobby Witt in that lineup. Mike Garcia has been hitting well. Obviously, Salvador Perez hitting well. Against right-handed pitching this year, the Royals, middle-of-the-pack team, 16th in WOBA. They have a 158 ISO against right-handed. That's 10th highest. Batting average-wise against right-handed pitching, 17th. 19.5% strikeout rate, not very good. That's just the 27th lowest there. So, again, a team that does not strike out, 4th fewest strikeout rate in baseball against right-handed pitching. Lively's pitched well for the most part this season. Hasn't yet faced the Royals on the year. Obviously, we know that the Guardians offense has really been on a heater of late. Jose Ramirez, Stephen Kwan, Naylor, and crew here. So, Lively at $8,300, I think he's going to be relatively lower rostered, just knowing that Rodon is there at 86. You have Andrew Abbott coming off a start against Boston, pitched pretty well. Ignore the 10 strikeouts here, in my opinion, folks. No team in baseball strikes out more against left-handed pitching than the Boston Red Sox. It's 28%. They've given up some big strikeout numbers to guys all season long from the left side. The Cardinals are not the Red Sox when it comes to strikeout rate. In fact, they rank just 22nd in strikeout rate at 20.1%. But they also do not hit left-handed pitching. They're second to last in WOBA, just above the Miami Marlins. ISO, they're 27th. And in batting average against left-handed pitching, they're 29th, just above the Mariners. So one of the worst teams in baseball against left-handed pitching. You have the St. Louis Cardinals. Again, just a team that doesn't strike out. And Abbott is not a big strikeout guy. So you're hoping he keeps them off the board. He goes 6+ innings, and you'll have that for Andrew Abbott there. Not going to go Barrios against the Yankees. That doesn't feel all that great. Miles Michaelis, he goes back and forth between good and bad starts. I do like getting Cincinnati's offense out of Cincinnati. They're a team where on the road this year against right-handed pitching, certainly far worse than they are at home. They're 26th in weighted on base on the road against right-handed pitching. Just a 147 WOBA and a 226 batting average on the road against right-handed pitching. That's good for 22nd. They also strike out a lot. They are the 4th highest strikeout rate on the road against right-handed pitching. So get them away from their home ballpark, that great American small park, as we like to call it. And their offense certainly has a lot more troubles here. Miles Michaelis at home and on the road. Again, overall, not great this year. Has had some strikeout upside we've seen out of him, 5 or 6 Ks. So maybe this matchup for him against Cincinnati can bring that to light. But again, not like a favorite play. It's just that it's 4 games, so there are only so many options that we can go to here when it comes to that spot. Value-wise, Michael Wacha, not great. And then you have the 5,500 Davis Daniel getting called up. Now, obviously, some pretty good strikeout numbers, but a 5.33 ERA at AAA is a 27-year-old. Yeah, not really what you're looking for here. Probably more likely to play some Tigers against Daniel than start him against them. So that's your pitching. Catcher, we look for the cheapest option generally and plug into the lineup. So we'll see when these official lineups come out where we're going to go. At the first base position, again, you have the Guardians up at the top. Certainly can target that. Vlad Guerrero's been on a heater. Pasquantino homered the other day. If you like the Cardinals, maybe you think Paul Goldschmidt can call it back. You got him at $4,200. So again, this is a small slate, so we're used to seeing some big boppers up here. This lineup, you'll see it in the outfield when we get to like Judge and Soto. At first base, I think there's probably a lot to be desired here. Not a lot of value either here at this position. So. And you got to think, if you have to start 2 starters on DraftKings, odds are that even cuts the pool down a little bit more. So I might just go to these Guardians plays, or if I'm not going Rodon, go with Vlad Guerrero and go in that direction. Second base, they gave us Michael Garcia at second base eligibility. We haven't seen that this year. Andres Jimenez, Davis Schneider against the lefty and Rodon at 42. Could go Massey, lefty against Lively at 4K. Could see that play. Jonathan India, though. This man has been an absolute heater. He's been leading off. Miles Michaelis, again, I don't think much of him here. If you're looking to spend down, I think Jonathan India, probably your play. And then we talked Colt Keith the other day. Continues to stay hot, $2,800. As I mentioned, probably more likely to look at some Detroit bats against Daniels here on this one. Third base, you have Jose Ramirez. Again, your top play clearly against Wacha at 6K. Arenado versus Abbott's $3,800. After that, not really anything else down here. Not a lot of good value. Maybe Barger. Is Barger a lefty? Let's see. Barger, lefty, so probably not there then. Man, third base is pretty weak. You might just out of habit have to be spending up for Ramirez, or again, if you're not going against Abbott, go Arenado here. Some pretty ugly matchups here for a 4-game slate. Shortstop, you got Bobby Witt, you got Ellie De La Cruz, so obviously some top guys there. If you wanted to go there, Bichette has been leading off. He's been struggling. Mason Wynn hits lefties really well. Certainly can go Mason Wynn at 4K. Value-wise, not really much else there. Mason Wynn's probably where I would go. And then the outfield again, Judge, Soto, Kwan, want to plug them in. No arguments with any of them. Barrios has had some struggles against lefties, so maybe Soto has the advantage there. Kwan's been hitting everybody, $5,500. Riley Green against Daniel. Again, I like the Tigers in this matchup here for sure. Talked Verdugo is the guy that hits in the middle of that lineup. Vierling homered on the Wednesday slate, so maybe plug him back in your lineup. Let's see. Anything else? Brennan's 35. Melendez versus Lively at 33. It's not like a lot else down here that I would like comfortably consider. Kyle Isabel's $2,500. That's probably it. Let's see what we can do for a lineup here. Again, I don't expect this to be all that great, but if we go Flaherty, oh man, if we did Flaherty and Abbott, yeah, you can tell I don't even feel too confident in that, but we'll go Flaherty and Abbott here against St. Louis. Catcher, we wanted to go value. Let's see. We'll go Luke Male if you see if he's in that lineup or not. First base, we had. So we're doing Abbott. So Pascantino, let's go against Rodon. Let's go against him. Vlad Guerrero. Second base, I think we're going to go Cole Keith. Third base, there wasn't a lot here that we liked. But I guess if we're going to go against Guerrero, we'll go Turner, $3,500 here. Shortstop, let's see, $4,700 a play. So we got some money. I like Mason Wynn, but we have Abbott. Probably can't get here, right? That's 41. Let's see, value outfielders. We had Melendez at 3K. Let's see. Melendez apparently just had that one homer there. I liked Riley Green, so that gives us a 4K. Yeah, let's go Perez. All right, there we go. We got Flaherty, Abbott, Male, Guerrero, Keith, Turner, Witt, Melendez, Green, and Perez. So that gives us a Toronto stack, a Tiger stack, a Royal stack, and a one-off punt catcher with Flaherty and Abbott. Again, guys, 4-game slate. You're going to have to get creative with it. If you have any questions, you can get us in the Discord. Find us over on Twitter. If you're not yet a member of the Fantasy Alarm family, you can scan that QR code there on the screen. FantasyAlarm.com/win. Promo code Let's Go gets your first month for less than $20. That Fantasy Football Draft Guide is coming out this week. That will be included in your All-Pro subscription, so sign up today and get access to the living Fantasy Football Draft Guide. We'll be back on the Friday show, everybody. Good luck till then. We'll catch you later.